Hey guys, welcome back. It's episode 5. Now that I've made it this far, I want to do something a little different. I want to jump into what's in my camera bag and show you guys what I'm working with. First thing is the bag itself. This is a Low Pro. I have no idea what model number it is. I know they don't make this bag anymore. They probably make a better version now. This is the only bag I've ever had. It's super durable. It also has really great hip straps. These really come in handy when you have to carry the bag for long periods of time. On the side of the bag, I've got a slot for the laptop. I've got a pocket where I keep my business cards. Come in handy when you're traveling. On the top, I've got my tripod. This is a Manfrotto Be-Free carbon fiber travel pod. And the reason why we're here is to actually see what's on the inside of the bag. So let's dive into that right now. Diving right into my camera bag, we have the Sony a7 III. I love this camera and it's really incredible for the price point. Great autofocus, shoots 4K, full frame, 120 frames per second in 1080p. Got an extra battery and charger. The next item in my bag is the Sony 85mm 1.8. Got a headlamp because you never know when you'll need one. Moving on, we have the Sony Nifty 50. Not the best lens in the world, definitely feels cheap and has a slower autofocus, but for $200, it's worth it. I also have the Rode VideoMic Pro, great for nat sound when you're on the run. Next, we have the first lens I ever purchased, the Zeiss Batis 18mm 2.8. From my experience, Zeiss makes incredible glass and this has been well worth the money. I usually carry my 5TB rugged LaCie when I travel. These are solid hard drives when you're on the road. I also keep the Aputure Amarin M9 in my bag. Definitely comes in handy every now and then. Got the Mac laptop charger. Peak Design camera straps. These are worth every penny. I always use a strap when I'm shooting handheld, but oftentimes need to remove in a pinch and toss my camera on a gimbal. This makes it so much easier. I also keep a rocket blower in my bag. Anyone that shoots mirrorless cameras knows how important these are. Next, we have the Polar Pro Peter McKinnon variable ND filters. I have both the 2-5 and 6-9 stop versions. Although I only really use the 2-5 for video and the 6-9 for long exposure photography. Either way, I've struggled in the past to find good ND filters and these have been awesome. I've got an accessory bag that holds my DJI Osmo Action camera. This also holds my LumaCube lights, which I never use. Moving on to the beast lens, the Sony G Master 70-200 2.8. I've wanted this lens for a couple of years now, but I never buy equipment on a want basis. This eventually became something that was more needed, so I finally pulled the trigger. Love this lens. And last but not least, the Sony G Master 24-70 2.8. This lens is not in the case since I'm using it to film this segment, but I can tell you that this is by far the most used lens I have. This lens just offers so much. Moving on from there, I always keep extra SD cards in my bag. I have a multi-wall adapter for when I'm traveling, step-up rings for the ND filters so I can use on other lenses without having to purchase multiple thread sizes for the variable NDs, an intervalometer for time lapses, headphones, and just a rat's nest of other items, the card reader being the only thing of real importance here. That's it for episode 5. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. If you've been watching the other videos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to keep trying to bring as much value as possible, so I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, thanks for watching and see you next time.